They're asking now who's the leader of the vendors here because they really want to clear this for the business because it's private property. Good morning everyone, MMDA back on the road. Right now they're clearing the areas around the bus stations in Cubao area. They're removing these barriers that someone's put in the road. The problem is you can put them there to stop people from parking, but then you're still obstructing the road anyway. So you can see they're taking them over to the truck now to open up the road for vehicles to pass through. That's how it should be. They're now looking at this stuff here. You can see it's obviously obstructing the sidewalk. I think it's an extension to this little canteen over here. So what you'll see is things like the tables and chairs are now being confiscated, put on the back of the truck to prevent them from continuing to obstruct the sidewalk. They have spoken to the owners of this store many times and asked them to stop obstructing the sidewalk. And it's considered as a prioritized area because bus stations, commuters, very busy area, and they don't want commuters walking in the road where they could get hit by buses. They just started to remove the tarpaulin and there's actually someone inside, so I guess someone's living there also. So you see they're continuing to remove obstructions over here. They're just waiting for these people to come out now. I'm not even sure how many people are under there, to be honest. One thing I noticed, it also has lights and fans, so I wonder where the electricity is coming from. And right now the team are looking at these two vehicles parked obstructing the sidewalk, and also this one over here, although this one isn't too bad because there is a little bit of space behind it. And you'll see they're also taking a picture of this sign over here that's obstructing the sidewalk. They like to take pictures and videos themselves so they have evidence because that will be confiscated. And remember, this isn't the first time they've gone here. They've covered this route many times, but what happens is someone will take it inside and say, don't worry, I'll never put it there again. And then when you come back, it's there again. So I think they will be confiscating it today. In fact, here comes the sidewalk clearing team now. They're just cutting the electric wires and then they'll take it away. And here you go, they're just loading on the back of the truck now. And you'll see right now at this construction site, they're asking why they've obstructed the sidewalk with this extended piece of fencing. If you look further down the road, there's another two cars parked obstructing the sidewalk. And if you look on the windscreen, there should be a ticket. Let's see. There you go. One over here and one on that vehicle behind. Right now they're asking this lady to move her stall and this guy over here. Although the reality is that they'll roll away now, and the moment you leave they roll back. And it's very difficult to deal with this kind of thing. Further down the street you actually see there's a lot of carts rolling away. I've already counted 5 of them, and this is where many of the vendors actually came from, here on EDSA. They know they're not allowed to occupy this space, but they do, unfortunately. You see the Philippine Air Force are also working on their vehicle. They seem to have run into a bit of a problem, but I'm sure they'll fix it very quickly and get back on the way. And you'll see they confiscated a number of items from the footbridge up here. That's another important priority. They don't want vendors on the footbridges because people stop using them, and when they don't use a footbridge, they start walking across the road. And they're also confiscating stuff over here. They asked the vendors many times, please move your stuff away from the sidewalk, and they literally ignored them, and that's why it resulted in confiscations. There you'll see more stuff is being taken away, and although those vendors have now moved on, they have unfortunately left all their trash behind. This is where some other vendors are doing business also. I believe this is actually a private easement of Mang Inasal, the restaurant here. I very much doubt they gave permission to put the stock there, but sometimes it's very hard to keep vendors off your property. And you see they're also now looking at this electric. It looks like it's running from one of the businesses over here, but there's no reason to be running electric wires over a sidewalk and onto a public footbridge. So I think they will be disconnecting that. So they followed the wire back. They see that it actually starts from this stall here and then it goes all the way along there. It's not something that's allowed, so you can see it's being taken down now, and if they come back to see it there again, I think they'll cut the wire and confiscate it. They're asking the staff now of Mang Inasal if they gave permission to the vendors to occupy this area because it's their private property. They said no, we want them removed. Of course, if you're a private entity, it's very hard to remove the vendors. The irony is they're now having to take their motorcycle inside. If the vendors weren't here, they could actually park it here because this is private property, but the vendors won't move their stuff. So they're asking now who's the leader of the vendors here because they really want to clear this for the business because it's private property.
Tapos ayaw ko itong mga nakalatag na to kasi mag-Holy Week na. So nililinis ko to. Kasi lahat. Dadaanan to ng...
Ay, kala ko.
Bakit?
Hindi ako taga-Austria.
Ang taga-Isko? Sino? Austria? Si Austria ang kausap mo.
Hindi po, siya yung dating ano dito.
Team leader.
Team leader nung araw pa. Kakakabit nyo lang.
Ngayon, sino na?
Ngayon no, kasi ano kukunti ang ano rito, kukunti ang nakadestinong ano rito, wala kami gano'n.
Walang pumupunta sa'yo.
Ay, wala. Wala ako ng Duterte. Wala
Okay,
na.
bakit maraming
Kasi
nakalatag
yan yung
dito?
mga yan, kagaya ng mga pwesto po yan na nababas.
Okay.
Mga nakapwesto. Pero pag
Siyempre-
lumagpas,
siyempre-
bawal na.
Siyempre may bayad yan, di ba?
Nag-uupa po talaga yung mga yan.
Sino yung nag-uupa?
Sa sa may-ari ng building. Sa mga kunyari, kagaya halimbawa ito. Andyan po yan sa loob ng glitters. Diyan po sila nagre-rent. Lahat puwas na lang nasa gilid. Pero yung pong mga sasabi nyo sa inasal, ikaw sa inasal ka, lika. Kasi inaano ni Sir ang inasal.
Oo.
Hindi raw pwede.
Parang ito, parang maskip na dito.
Ito, nagbawas na nga din po kami dito, pinaluwag na rin.
Pwede namang bawasan mo. Wala nang madaanan ng tao. Sa Holy Week, mapupuno to. Di ba?
Opo. Nag-ano
ba
naman po
ayusin
kami.
natin?
Opo, kahit pwede po nakikita naman po.
So, sabi ko doon, hindi ko muna kukunin yung paninda. Pero pagbalik ko, kukunin ko yon. Ha? Alam mo, nakikiusap ka
Kaya
ngayon.
nga, siyempre,
Bakit?
kasi yung mga yan, mga nagre-renta po yan. Nagre-rent
Hindi nga
na.
nagre-renta yun eh. Sabi mo sa
Ayun
establishment.
yung sa may, sa may
may
nasal.
nasal.
Ay, hindi pa wala. Basta po yung mga wala sa ganitong arcade, hindi po talaga nagre-renta yun. Pero bago nyo naman po, tama po yung ginawa nyo, yung nabisuhan nyo kami.
Kaya nga. Sinasabi, bahala ka na kasi ikaw yung sinasabi ng leader dito.
Apo.
Tama?
Ako po si Pisay, apo.
Oo, kaya ikaw yung bahala sa kanila.
Salamat po, sir.
Ha? Sa pagbalik ko,
Yan.
ayoko na namin makita doon. Ha?
Ito kasi yung area leader dun eh.
Oo. Hindi.
Yung
Ikaw,
daw national, yung
Inasal.
inasal natin, hindi na pwede.
kasi nagko-complain sila
Inasal lang
doon.
naman, sir, yung inasal lang
Oo.
na yun. Pero yung may gawin din hindi na inasal.
Wala pa namang complain sa akin. Pag may complain, basta may nag-complain sa akin, tatanggalin natin.
Kasi yung sir yung doon sa may nasali.
Kaya nga hinahanapan ko kayo na permit.
Pakilit-kilit
Meron kayong permit na may pakita sa akin na legal kayo doon, walang problema. Pero pag illegal kayo, dapat tanggalin natin.
Wala namang permit.
Kaya nga, yun nga yung basis ko eh. Pag may permit kayo, ba't ko kayo tatanggalin? Pero pag wala kayong permit na may pakita, tatanggalin ko kayo lahat. Tama ba yun?
Tama na, parang
Ha?
dapat may negosyo talaga.
Hindi, kasi mali eh. Nagsasama yung establishment, diba? Naharangan natin. And sabi mo nga, nagbabayad.
Opo,
Doon
opo.
nga, natanong ko nga sa inasal, di naman nagbabayad. Diba?
Parang consideration lang po.
Tanggalin natin yun. Kasi walang madaanan mga tao.
Very
Mag-Holy Week
Magano na
na.
lang tayo.
Dapat malinis tayo dito.
Nakikipagtulungan naman po kami sa sa
Saan?
gobyerno kagaya ng paglilinis. Kami naman mismo naglilinis na rin.
Maglilinis ka. Kung marami namang nakaharang, paano maglilinis yan, di ba? Wala rin. Yung term mo kasi maglilinis lang ng dumi. Ha? Tama?
Over here they stopped this tricycle that was about to join EDSA. You can see it's got no plates on the back, and when they asked the driver for his license, he said he doesn't have one, but he did apply for a student permit. Obviously he shouldn't be driving around without a license, so tow truck there, they will impound this vehicle. And over here the team are issuing a ticket to this motorcycle for illegal parking. Right now they're looking at these plants on the sidewalk. While they might look nice, it's meant to be a sidewalk for pedestrians, so they're asking them now, please remove the plants, otherwise the team will have to remove them. And just behind 5 Star, they're looking at all these food stalls that have been set up on the sidewalk. This area is notorious for being congested and basically forcing all the commuters to stand in the road instead of being able to use the sidewalk, which is very dangerous when you've got so many large buses passing through the area. And right now the team are looking at these 3 motorcycles parked on the sidewalk and this sign that's been installed basically blocking the whole sidewalk so nobody can pass through. They're also looking to clear all of these vendor stalls here, and you'll see they're using a reciprocating saw from Bosch. They're going to cut this sign down. I don't know why anyone would think to install a sign that's literally creating a wall on the sidewalk. So far the guys that came out haven't been willing to hand over their license and take a ticket for these. The thing is, 2 of these motorcycles don't have license plates, which means the MMDA can't ticket them without a driver's license. So 2 of these bikes might go on the back of a tow truck if the guys don't hand over their license very soon. And you can see they've nearly finished taking down that sign. Took a bit of work because the rebar is quite thick, but it did manage to cut through eventually. Down comes the sign, and they'll take that over to the truck. Also, that will be a confiscated item. After they called in the tow truck, the driver's handed over his license, so they'll write out the ticket now. So all 3 motorcycles have been ticketed and they're being moved inside now. That sign or wall is gone, all of the vendors have gone for now at least. And yeah, the sidewalk is reappearing, and look, there you go, people can use it well, if they feel like it. And I've now come here in front of SM North Edsa because I was told the electric jeepneys from Star 8 are actually operating on this route today. And here it comes now, completely silent electric modernized Jeep. So you see right now I'm the only passenger on the modernized Jeep apart from staff. For those that haven't seen these before, there's a lot of improvements. You have CCTV up there, you have individually controlled fans, so if it's too hot you can just turn that on. You have USB charging down here, plus there's free Wi-Fi on board, so you can charge your cell phone and browse the internet at the same time. And of course on the roof of this vehicle are solar panels, so as it's driving along in the sun, the batteries are actually being topped up. Now most of the charge still comes from plugging it into the wall, but the solar panel extends the range. It can power things like these fans, so it definitely does help to have the solar panels on top. The passengers over here have been asking a lot of questions, they're very interested. They can't believe that it's actually the same price to ride this Jeep as the older style Jeep. And it's amazing. Like I said earlier, you've got the CCTV for security, you've got the Wi-Fi, you've got the fans, you've got the USB charging. It's obviously much more comfortable because there's more space, you can stand up inside. It's safer because you load and unload at the side instead of on the back where you have to walk through traffic. You know, it's a no-brainer. Same price to ride, plus the driver earns a salary instead of working on boundary. It's the future and it's here. Which one do you prefer, the old Jeep or the new Jeep?
New Jeep.
New Jeep. We see more passengers are coming on board now, excited. When they see the new Jeep, they are excited. And this guy has some big luggage. Same with this one. And look how easy. They're actually standing up, no problem. Imagine trying to do that on an old style jeepney. You see the Jeep is nearly full now. And I just heard the man from the cooperative, this gentleman here, say that he's going to have 20 units by August. He's going to phase out his old units and have e-Jeeps.
What I like about this, it is environment friendly. There's pollution. Actually, there's no pollution from this vehicle.
Those guys are now unloading, and again, look, they're standing up, no problems. Imagine trying to do this on a regular Jeep, it'd be impossible. There's so many benefits to this style of modernized jeepney. And look, directly onto the sidewalk, not having to walk through any traffic.